This is not a drill. Oh my. Oh, okay.
I haven't even finished setting up my lights.
There you go.
I just got home. I went out to a concert. My voice is gone, if you couldn't tell. Kind of it. If you've been tapped in, you know, and the video is recording the wrong way. If you've been tapped in, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I really need to pee, but I thought this was more important. Luka Doncic is an LA Laker. I need to look you in the eyes when I say this. Luka Doncic is an LA Laker. Okay. Let me take you through my evening. I went to the concert, had a great time. I'm outside walking with Minik, Jaden, if you know, you know. Like, you probably know his channel. You've probably seen his videos. And my voice is gone. I'm just going to preface that, just so you guys don't go asking, oh, what happened to the voice? Yeah. I look at my phone as we're having a conversation with some people we know. Luka to the Lakers. Y'all don't understand. I looked at my phone. My jaw dropped. I got up. I looked at Jaden and I'm like, Jaden, there's no way. He's like, what? And I'm like, there's no way. He's like, what? I'm like, there's no way. And he's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, I yelled it. I yelled it. I said, Luka Doncic got traded. Luka. I don't think you really understand the gravity of this. Luka Doncic just took his team to the finals. Some people regarded him, and I made videos about this, some people regarded him as top 8 greatest or best basketball player, most skilled basketball players to exist. One of the best talents you've ever seen. He's only 25 years old, young, and he's the future of the NBA, according to many. He got traded. Luka Doncic got traded. Luka Doncic got traded. Everybody and their moms thought that Luka was staying with the Mavericks. He's like one of those guys who's untouchable. He's never getting traded. He's never, maybe free agency, but if anything, not a trade, for sure not a trade. He got, and what's worse, Luka got traded, okay? Like, that's crazy. Where did he get traded? The Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers. With LeBron James. He got traded for Anthony. He got traded for Anthony Davis. Are we serious? He got traded for Okay. That's my first reaction to the trade. I sat in that car ride good 30 minutes, shocked. I'm still shocked. I'm still like, okay. I was shocked at first because I was just like, this isn't real. I called Noah. Y'all might know Noah from the News and Media's channel. And Noah was like, what? You're lying. That's fake. You're lying. I wasn't lying. It's real. This is the type of stuff you see graphics for that delusional Lakers fans make. This is real though. This is real. Okay. I spent 4 minutes about just obsessing with the fact that this happened. Let's actually talk about the logistics of it. I was supposed to make a video about the trade deadline today. I was going to record the video tonight or tomorrow and then upload it tomorrow. I don't know. This is going up right now. I don't care. But regardless, yeah, I'm. Oh my gosh. Luka. Yeah, Luka. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, let me collect myself because I'm not editing this video. I should actually make it somewhat cohesive. Looking at the full details of the trade, if I remember correctly, the Lakers get Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. The Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 Lakers first round pick. The Utah Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks for 2025. Now, first of all, I'll just cover the easiest part to cover. The Jazz doesn't make sense to me because I don't know what they gave up because the Lakers got all this stuff from the Mavericks and the Mavericks got all their stuff from the Lakers. The Jazz just got stuff from a bunch of places, so I don't really know where they got their what did they give up to get Jalen Hood-Schifino? Because Jalen Hood-Schifino is actually a solid young player who the Jazz could use to develop, and like maybe he becomes good one. Maybe he becomes good one day. Excuse me, but I don't. What? What? Yeah. The Jazz, honestly, they didn't really give up anything, and they just got back a young player and second round picks. I don't know what else to say about that. When it comes to the Lakers and Mavericks, it's still not making sense to me. Because let's talk about from the Lakers side first of all. They got Luka Doncic, and Luka Doncic is, of course, top 3 player in the NBA. He's amazing. It's wild that he got traded, and it's of course wild that he got traded to the Lakers with LeBron James, but it's amazing. Like that duo is insane. Except the Lakers don't have a center. Their backup centers, Jackson Hayes and Christian Coloco, now have to start. Jackson Hayes is your starting center. And if not Jackson Hayes, Christian Coloco. I don't know if those are championship winning starting centers. They're not atrocious. They're not horrible. But they're by no means good. They're if anything, they're slightly below average. And trust me, I'm a Christian Coloco guy. I like Christian Coloco. He used to play for the Raptors. He was my guy. I can't do it. I just, what is the vision? There has to be more coming. And if there's more coming, what is coming? Because, okay, the Lakers had a team. The Lakers had a really, honestly, the way the Lakers are going already, they had a really well-built team. They had Austin Reeves, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, AD, and like Max Christie, maybe who they would also, or Rui. It would be really probably, or would it be? No, it'd probably be Max Christie. And they have Rui off the bench. You have Gabe Vincent off the bench, Jackson Hayes. You have a solid, and Dalton Connect. You have honestly a solid team. Not exactly exceptional, not amazing. Bench, but like regardless, still. They were winning games. They were doing good. And the D'Angelo Russell trade worked out well because Dorian Finney-Smith was making a difference and the team was doing pretty good. And then you trade your center? If anything, like, you have wings. Your guards are depleted. And of all, the worst position of all is the centers. And you just trade him away. And I mean, if you want to go for the small ball thing, you want to run LeBron at the center? You want to run Dorian Finney-Smith? You want to run Rui at the center? Rui Hachimura is going to get eaten up by Jokic. If AD couldn't guard Jokic, what do you want Jackson Hayes to do about that? I don't know. I don't know what the vision is. I really don't. Like, AD's been getting cooked by Jokic for the past 3 years. Literally every single one of the past 3 years in the playoffs. I think. Don't fact check me on that. Wait, no, do fact. What happened in 2022? My brain is blanking. I actually don't know. No, actually, guys, this isn't fun. Right, 2022 they lost in the play-in. No, they didn't. They lost to the Nuggets in the first round. I think. Honestly, I can't remember. But they lost to the Nuggets multiple times. And of course they beat the Nuggets back in 2020, but then Jokic became one of the greatest players of all time and they didn't win. And AD, I mean, maybe it's like, oh, AD wasn't working against Jokic, we need to switch it up. Y'all switch it up to Jackson Hayes? Is that the mission? There has to be more coming. And if there is more coming, for the Lakers especially, I'm worried because what are you trading? Austin Reeves and Rui are probably your only two valuable tradable pieces because Dorian Finney-Smith just got here. You're not able to trade him. You're not trading LeBron. You're not trading Luka. What's the vision? Is it Jackson Hayes for like Jonas Valanciunas? Is Jonas Valanciunas going to be your solution to stop Jokic over AD? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, of course, if you're getting Luka Doncic, it's hard to say that you lost the trade. But I don't know if they won because in concept, that first three, or even that first four, I'll say, Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Dorian Finney-Smith or Rui, whichever one you want to start. But you probably Dorian Finney-Smith. That's not bad. Off the bench, Gabe Vincent. You have Dalton Connect. You have Rui. You have maybe even Bronny if you want to put him in there. And that's not horrible. That's actually not that bad. It's not exactly great. It's not that bad. But the centers is where it gets questionable, which is where I'm like, if you want to have Jackson Hayes off the bench, that's not horrible. But if you have him as your starting center, of course you have Luka and LeBron. Maybe they make up for it. But still, that's what they're running with. You have Luka and LeBron, so it's hard to say that you're going to be bad. But it's also hard to say you're going to be good against these amazing teams with Nikola Jokic, against these amazing teams with Karl Anthony Towns, against these amazing teams with Victor Wembanyama. Like, what are you? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So I don't understand the Lakers side of it. I'm gonna give their trade grade at the end of the video, but they gave up a first round pick for this too. And of course, you're getting Luka Doncic, you're gonna give her a first round pick, at least one first round pick, but that is the Maverick side of it. And first of all, trading Luka Doncic, the reason they traded him was because, one, conditioning issues, and two, you had a contract extension coming up and they didn't want to pay him. And I'm like, okay, I mean, y'all didn't want to pay him. He was a little chubby, sure. And he was getting injured. He was getting injured a lot. He has been getting injured a lot recently. Especially in recent years, he's been getting, like, injury issues has been becoming a problem. But you just traded an injury-prone player and a badly conditioned player for an even more injury-prone player. And it's Luka Doncic. Your team was beautiful. Your team was amazing. Y'all, when Luka was healthy, y'all was the 4 or 5 seed. Luka, Kyrie, Najee Marshall was cooking. PJ Washington was cooking. Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. The team was amazing. The team was great. And I loved this team. And then they traded Luka Doncic. And I'm like, the team's working without... Well, they're trying their best. They're doing their best without Luka. Kyrie was doing numbers. PJ was doing numbers. Even Daniel Gafford had some great games. And now you just trade Luka for Anthony Davis, who's also injured. And I mean, when AD comes back, now it's like the opposite issue of what the Lakers had. Because this is a weird trade where you trade a guard for a center. They're two completely opposing things. The Mavericks had a good amount of guards. Luka running to 1, Kyrie running to 2, and then when Luka's gone, Kyrie plays. When Kyrie's gone, Luka plays. Works. Beautiful. The center rotation for the Mavericks was already amazing. Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively was probably already like a top, like one of the most well-balanced center rotations in the NBA. And somehow they managed to mess it up. Somehow they just said, oh, let's bring in Anthony Davis. And I've been hearing things, oh, maybe AD wanted to play power forward. when AD plays power forward and you guys play against the OKC Thunder, who have Jalen Williams and Chet, who can both shoot, debatably the two best shooters on the team, what do you want to do? Are AD and Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively, whoever it's going to be, are they both going out to the 3-point line, playing defense? What's the idea? What's the vision? Oh, they're going to have two centers off the... Where's the time for that? You have these two super valuable centers, these two great centers, and you're just... I don't get it. And does that mean, like I said, it could just mean they're not done. It could mean there's a Daniel Gafford trade coming up for like a, I don't know, Zach LaVine? No. But like, there could be a Daniel Gafford trade coming up because they better not. If they trade Derek Lively, no. But it could mean, and I heard Daniel Gafford trade rumors, so it wouldn't be surprising to see Daniel Gafford get traded in the next few days. Trade deadline's on Thursday. Keep that in mind. But still, it's just so weird. Like, they didn't have to do this. Neither team had to do this. They didn't need Anthony Davis. It was just... Luka was doing great when he was healthy. It's just the condition... Like, the conditioning and his injuries problems. And he's not an all-star. Now you guys want to trade him? Like, I don't get it. It's just such a weird trade. Such a weird time. And the worst part was... Nobody was informed about this. AD didn't know. Luka didn't know. LeBron didn't know. I doubt Kyrie knew because he was probably off somewhere reading hieroglyphics or something. Let's be like, guys, this is just out of nowhere. They just said, you out of here. We bring it. And even then, like, the Lakers don't have Max Christie, which is another valuable supporting piece. The Mavericks have that now, which is me. Like, if the Mavericks, honestly, I'll say this. If the Mavericks decide, Daniel Gafford, you're out of here. You've been doing great, but we're going to use you and get somebody else who would fit our team better and help us be better. Then you're running the lineup of Kyrie, Clay, whoever you get back in the Daniel Gafford trade, PJ Washington, AD. That's beautiful. That's a well done job. I'd love to see that. So honestly, if the Mavericks make a move for Daniel Gafford, I don't see this as a ridiculously bad trade. But the Lakers, I don't understand, because they don't have any pieces, they don't have any picks, they don't have anything. It's just Luka Doncic, who of course is great, and LeBron, of course, great. But we've seen it. We've been there, done that. And of course, it's like, well, we haven't seen Luka and LeBron. We've seen Kyrie and KD. We've seen Kawhi and PG. We've seen these duos with MVP caliber players form. I don't know. They can make some noise. And because you have Luka Doncic, of course they can make some noise. But it's such a weird trade, such a weird time for the trade. Neither team needed to do this. If the Mavericks said they wanted to do it just to get Luka out of there because they didn't want him anymore, then I'd be like, you know what? Trade Daniel Gafford and we're okay. Because Daniel Gafford just being there, it just doesn't make sense. AD's great. Derek Lively's great. Daniel Gafford is great, but out of those three, he's the odd man out because he's not young like Derek Lively and he's not as good as AD. He's just there. He's just doing really good. If you trade him, get back a really nice wing, hey, I don't mind this trade. But just the way it is, I don't know. Like, the more I think about it, the more the Mavericks don't seem like that bad. But it's gonna take me a minute, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Trade grades. The Lakers, no matter whether they make a move or not, it's crazy that they get Luka Doncic and this still ends up being like the only saving grace is they got Luka Doncic. But still, I don't like this at all. it just doesn't make sense. The fit is even weird, but like Luka and LeBron can work, but it's just so odd. It's just like I'm giving it a C. I'm giving it a C. And the only reason it's not a D or lower is because they got Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is really good at basketball. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. That's the only saving grace of this. Excuse me, for the Lakers. Mavericks. Honestly, I'll say it's a B. It's a B minus right now. If they trade Daniel Gafford for a wing, I say it's an A minus, because honestly, looking at it, if they didn't want Luka, I mean, of course Luka wanted to be there, and Luka had no idea what the trade was going on. He's like shocked, but if they didn't want Luka anymore, and the conditioning was really an issue, and all that stuff, the contract extension, this was a very business decision, very smart business. We're not really very smart. I can't really call it very smart when you trade away that good of a player, but it was a strictly business decision. And if you look at it from that perspective, I'd say I'd give that, like, if right the way it is, I'm still saying it's like a B minus, maybe a B. But if they trade Daniel Gafford and get back something even like a wing that's even competent, just good enough to play, I'll bump it up to an A minus. Because then this team is like just really well rounded and really well built. Kyrie and AD leading the way, and I don't hate that. The only thing is just the shoot. It's just they really have to get a wing, because they do. I do not want to see AD at the 4 and Daniel Gafford at the 5, because you're not guarding these perimeter-centric teams in 2025 with 2 post-centric big men. That's it. Oh, and the Jazz get an A+, because they got Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks for free. That's it. Yeah. That's... Thank you for watching, if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. This is a pretty long video, but Luka Doncic just got traded. What do you expect me to... Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Or night, because it's past 12. I saw the trade happen like an hour and a half ago, but I just got home. So now I'm actually getting to make a video about it. Thank you. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Rest in peace, Mavs fans. And Lakers fans, honestly. Because